Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
And we're back. Another week in between Xfinity races only heightens the anticipation for the main show. And we are at Indianapolis, and no, this is not a new car. However, it is a newly painted car. Cameron Murphy finally getting the Dex Imaging logo slapped on his car for this one. It's been a long time coming, Jess. You can thank me later. Yeah, finally got everybody with what they should be running. We got Matt on the top of the charts for practice, but as we all know by now, that generally doesn't mean anything come qualifying or race time. But it's always nice to lead something. It gives you a little bit of more motivation for the rest of the season, or rest of the session, I suppose. Still looking for our first two-time winner in the Xfinity Series. This is race 9, and we've had 8 different winners. Now, try and think about that. Out of the 30, I think we're at about 32 cars. 8 of them have won. We have a 40 car field, but realistically the AI do not have or like the real drivers that I've kind of used to fill this field with don't have a very solid chance at winning anything. I've reduced their ratings enough to put them at the back, but not enough to slow everything else down. So that's pretty cool to see that about 1 in 5 cars that have been fielded have won a race this season. I'm anticipating our first two-time winner today. I know I said it last time, but I think this is the time I'm gonna do it. So only 12 drivers actually make the playoffs. So out of those 12, 8 are guaranteed already. That just leaves 4 spots for points right now, by my rough estimations. And as we have it right now, Alex Jarvie in 2nd place in the points is going to make it. Elliot Carpentier in 4th. Mike Atkinson in 5th. And Sophie Gallagher in 6th. All do not have wins as of yet this season. So to be top 6 in points and be kind of on the bubble of making the postseason is a scary thought indeed. But here we are. The next driver will be Zach Ross in 9th, and he's actually exactly 20 points behind Sophie Gallagher. So gotta make up 20 points in the next 2 races. It can be done. Won't be easy, but we'll see what happens. Too much Logano in the intro. Well, I didn't really make that video. I don't have the time to make such a cool highlight reel. If anybody else knows how to do that or has the time to do it, shoot me about a 2.5 minute video and I'll throw it on there. But let's get into qualifying. I'm kind of just rambling. Kyle Simpson on the pole with a 48-20. That's his first pole this season. Andrew Anderson kind of on a roll lately. I think he's had some good starts, he's had some poor starts, but you know, some consistency is what this team needs. Mike Atkinson, I am very shocked to see him so far down. I think he definitely had an issue in qualifying. There's no way he's that far off pace. 49.70, but realistically 49.20 is the last competitive speed. So that's it's about a second difference between first and last. I expect Atkinson to charge up this field in a hurry. We're going to see what happens. But you can take a look at some of the field here. Got Jarvie in 3rd, Leon 4th, McDonald. So all Jarvie cars are on the inside row, the top 3 rows. That's kind of cool. I don't think I've upgraded my arrow that much, but we'll see what happens. Soto, another familiar face in the top 10 here. McLaughlin, that single car effort. Gonna start in 5th. Let's get things rolling here while we go through. Got Grubb in 8th, so a couple of HRI cars in the top 10. Got the only flow car entry in the top 10. Got GMS, good representation all around. Hope Torres, where's our point leader? Nicholas King has a 50+ point lead for 2nd place, and I'm very curious where they're at. Right there, it's gonna be a sharp mountain to climb. Like he's around 30th or so. Qualify. 27th. Yikes. Point leader. Falling back a little bit. Still in those throwback colors here. Wonder if Hope Tours will change those back at all. And we'll tell. About 40 laps at this beautiful 2.5 mile speedway. Indy's car. Good up front, I must say. Got food brands in the top 3 spots. Followed by a car performance company, and then we got the 2 Scott cars. Those Scott's entries have been up front a lot the last few races. Good branding for Scott's. I think they picked the 2 right drivers. We are green. Simpson takes the first, or actually, sorry, we're not on the first lap yet. Now we're on the first lap. Simpson gets away clean. Monkey working the camera as usual, not knowing what they're doing. It's Jarvie looking to gain an advantage on that inside line. Of course, Jarvie Motorsports is first, third, and fifth in the qualifying order, and as it stands, they are 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Nice to have some luck go my way. Of course, we got a long way to go before this one's over. This track is so fun to drive. It's one of my favorites, I think. It's so much... Yeah, no matter what car you're in, you just need to keep the momentum for the straightaways because these turns are so sharp and so flat. You really need to... Especially in turns 2 and 4, you got to keep the speed up because these long drag strips straightaways are where you make and lose all your time. Let's see the T-Mobile Ford Mustang here of Caleb Lane making up some ground. Looks like the outside row is just did not go very well. Everybody that was on the inside row in the top 4, that's something to keep a note of if we have a restart under yellow. HRI backing up. Well, Soto's kind of stayed put, but yeah, that outside road just does not go. So when we have if we have a yellow, if there's any cars a lap down on the inside that are not super far off pace, it's going to be very interesting to see how the outside lane can move with those lap cars on the inside. See Dave Grubb here in that Mountain Dew Ford Mustang. Got Freddie John here having a nice little rookie campaign. He's admittedly by team owner Christian Grace, this is more or less just a field filler just to get some cash for the truck series, but better off he does, the more I think he should be looked at strongly as a potential contender for next season, maybe for a nice playoff run. Got Carlos Perez here, and this very race here marks the 1-year anniversary, 1-season anniversary since his last win in any series. So I remember his last win was at Knoxville, the Truck Series, on race 9. Here we are, race 9 of the Xfinity Series, and still winless. Not having bad performances, just not able to put a race-winning car together. see how the rest of the season shapes up for this team, but I would like to see some better results from a driver that just purely dominated the first half of the inaugural season. Just caught everybody off guard, and I was not expecting him to do so well. 6 wins on the season, that's the most in history in any season. Keith Hughes already 3 in the Truck Series, but like I said earlier, no double winners yet in Xfinity, so we might have one today. Matthew Price making his 3rd start, I believe, after taking over from Ethan Baker. Getting some good results. I think he's averaged around 15th or 16th place. But today, a bit under par for him right now, but lots of racing to go. Ron Marks here, race winner in the playoffs, barring any setbacks, of course, from team owner. We'll see. No, he was kind of on the bubble. Wait, did Marks win a race? I'm pretty sure he did. Yes, he did. Sitting 28th in the playoff, or in the points right now. Pretty close to, you know, danger territory, but thankfully for team owner Dave Grubb, there's only 32 cars eligible for the playoffs. So pretty much if you win, you're guaranteed playoff berth, as you can see. Like Atkinson charging the field with Alonso kind of holding him up a little bit. Like Atkinson's already made up 8 places in about 8 laps. This is another spot, so this will be number 9. Hard charging right now, looking to do a little damage control. I think Atkinson just had an issue in qualifying, because he was about 6/10 off the 39th place qualifier, so I expect him to charge pretty quickly. Alonso, speedways do not seem to be his thing. He's clearly a road course racer. Last 2 road courses we went to, he did very well, including his first win, but see what happens here as the Jarvie Motorsports 3-way is over. Caleb Lane now looking to take over 2nd place on Alex Jarvie. Eventually Archie McDonald, who has been dominating. I wouldn't say dominating, but he's been a factor in the last 2 races prior to this one, and it looks like he's a factor in this one as well. McDonald putting on a clinic after a very rocky start to the season. Something clicked, and it's like he's starting to show his worth. Alex Jarvie being very consistent on the season, still looking for his first win, of course, but 2nd place in points is good enough to get him in for now. Caleb Lane looking for his first win. This could be one of those. This could be one of those guys that gets that 9th different winner title. I would say he's looking pretty good. So out of the top 5, only the driver in first place right now has a win already. So actually, as Soto passes him, so I guess the top 4, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th don't have a win as of yet, but Soto does. We will see what happens as this race evolves. We're on lap 11 of 40 already. Arguing quickly. This is a nice version of Indy. I really like it. Grass is super green. Roads paved. It's a Gallagher here. Holding up a couple of cars behind her. That high line does not go at all. Very much like the real Indianapolis, which I don't think we're going to see in NASCAR this season. I think it's just all road course. Unfortunately, I'm all for road courses in NASCAR. I do like it. I like the variation of different tracks throughout the season, but I'm also a bit of a traditionalist, and I don't think NASCAR made the right call by changing the Brickyard to a road course. It's it'd be very weird to not see them do the oval configuration. If they did like a 1 week they did the road course and then the other week was the oval, I think that would have been the way to go, but to completely nullify the oval is crazy in my mind. Top 4 stacking up now. Got Caleb Lane mixing up this Jarvie party. I'm not sure where these guys are getting their speed from because I haven't upgraded Xfinity in a couple weeks now. They weren't doing this before, but we were at kind of weirder tracks. This is the first fast track we've had in a while. Guys nearly hit 200 miles an hour on the straightaways. Doesn't look like Archie can get clear of these guys. That 23 of Soto is playing catch-up now. The draft does play a factor on this track, especially with the slower cars. It helps immensely. You have some drafting help, especially for these long straightaways. I like how the 83 car is looking. He's just a bit lower in the turns and right on the 9 cars bumper. I think a pass is almost imminent in the next few laps, and we'll see what that 83 car has for McDonald. 24 car. Simpson's starting to catch these two now. Yeah, me too, Matt. I kind of, and if I knew my trucks were going to struggle this much, I really think the money would have been way better spent on Xfinity, where I would have had an easy advantage. But the trucks are the most competitive series right now, I think, and like we're going to have pit stops. Sorry, I didn't mention it. I guess the pit window is around 15, 17 laps. Because we got the top 3 on pit road. Kyle Simpson will take over the lead, but these are your top 3 right now on pit road together. It's looking like it'll be a 2-stop race. In this situation, I mean, depending on how far you can go, if you can break it down into 3 equal stints, I think you'll be in good shape. I don't think tire wear is too much of an issue, but a clean pit road is always key, as you can always see with the AI. They're not the greatest at navigating themselves through traffic, let's say. Like the 83 pit crew is going to get them out ahead of the 9. 41 on his way. We got some cars out on the track. Try and keep an eye, if we can, on this pack here, the second group of cars pitting. Well, Simpson here. I guess this is a pretty good angle. You can kind of see the cars coming off of turn 4, and we'll see the race off pit road and how that works. Quiet on the track now as Cars at speed are coming off of turn 4 now as Kyle Simpson is underway. Toto underway as well. Good pit stops by those lead cars, but remember, Indianapolis has a service road on exit. It must be used for NASCAR, so we got McDonald right here coming off of turn 1. Huge lead over the 83 car. As Simpson comes off of the service road off turn 2, and I think 89 is going to get it. 69 of Gallagher. Oh, huge. Oh, no. Huge wreck for the 23. That's going to wreck his race. Looked like he was sliding right out on the field, or in the rest of traffic. Kind of comes up right now. We got our first caution on the track involving the 23 and the 69. Little damage done, I think, considering it was a pretty fast crash, but go back and take a look at that replay quickly before they come around for potential pit stops under yellow. Gonna see the 23 was merging as the 69 was trying to pass the 83, and the 9 car nearly clips the 23. Thankfully for both those drivers, they missed each other, and looked like it just a little bit of a spin for the 23. A little bit of damage, but nothing that'll take him out of contention. Unfortunate, as the 23 looked like he was starting to gain on those top 4. Go through here, just make sure there's no other secret damage we didn't catch. But that certainly shook up the field a little bit. Look at that 48. Where did he come from? Are you kidding me? That 48 is already in the top 5 from an excellent sequence of pit stops. Wow. I can't believe that. That's incredible for this guy to make up 35 spots in less than half the race, and still, you know, not need to pit or anything. There was no funny play there with the pit stop. That was all team. He must have pit, Matt. If he didn't pit this time by, he must have pit. I'm gonna double check that, but that, wow. There he is on pit road, lap 17. Jesus. Watch out for that 48 car. I think he's gonna give these guys a run for their money. I think the 82 and 43 might need to pit still, but the question is, why didn't they come down earlier? There must have been something going on with the way the yellow flag came out. I'm not sure. But looks like Jamie Watts and Matthew Price are your leaders. By the 89, 24, 48, 83 rounding out your top 10, and let's take a look at our boy Ron Marks. Team owner Dave Grubb claiming he sucks. Edition doesn't suck right now, does it? Looking in the top 10 right now. Looking great position for a solid top 10 finish. Oh, I just saw the scoring loop. It would appear the 99. Oh, that can't be right. The 99 and 1 car are pretty much a lap ahead of everyone. That cannot be right at all. Where is that 99 car? Wow. There... Something happened here. I am super confused. So the 99 pit on lap 17. And then the caution came out while they were in the pit. Oh, but they went around everything. I don't know why they went completely around. That has me confused. Wow. Okay. It looks like the 4882, like you might have been right. They were on pit road though, so maybe they just drove through. I'm not sure. But this is gonna shake things up quite a bit. I can't black flag. Oh, that's interesting. So I hope Torres is your leader. Vince Curtis in second. I can't black flag people. I can't do this. This isn't online. I can't do it. But hey, Ron Marks is still where is Ron Marks? 37th. Okay. Well, get this. Here's a fun glitch in this game. If when we get the one to go, all these cars a lap down, the 69, 48, 13, 0, 22, and 62, they're all going to be on the inside line, and they're all going to be able to pass all these guys here. So realistically, if the 69 is the first car lap down, he's going to start right beside this 43, and he's going to be shown in third. So really going to shake things up. And the 9 and the 1 car, I don't believe have wins yet this season, so if things stay the same, we're going to have a record 9 races, 9 different winners. Looking at the stats here, Vince Curtis only has 1 top 10 up to this point. Hope Torres, 2 top 5s, 2 top 10s, 0 wins. And here comes all those lap cars as I predicted. And they are going to be right up to the front now. So there's a glitch for you guys. If you guys ever do this offline racing and you find yourself on the tail end of the lead lap and there's a whole bunch of cars on the tail end of the lead lap, just pit, get fresh tires, get some fuel, whatever you need. And when things go back to 1 to go, you'll be right on the inside line ahead of everybody else. So there's your pro tip for the day. So we got the 1 and the 99 at the tail end of the field. Here they are. These are your, I guess, unofficial leaders, if you want. I mean, they're officially your leader, but that's pretty cheap. And unless there's a caution pretty much right away, this is going to be a very easy walk away for these 2 drivers. They'll have to negotiate their way through traffic carefully, but if the rest of this race stays green, there's pretty much no way the 43 and 69 cars will catch them. And one of those 2 drivers are going to be a race winner. Definitely shook things up with this yellow. But we are racing again. 43 leads us back to green. Leaders are at the tail end of the field. And just like the race start, and I told you this would happen, the lap cars are going to have a huge advantage on that low line. Top line is going to struggle. Everyone jockeying for position. Early on this restart, it's the best way to gain any positions. 83 now takes over 3rd place. Sorry, 82 car. Jamie Watts. I don't know. I thought I said it. It said 83. Now these drivers have a whopping 46 seconds to make up on the 2 cars at the rear of the field. Looks like the one car of Curtis has taken over the lead. You can kind of see them at the back there. Haven't made any passes, but they don't really need to rush anything just yet. But I can certainly tell you 38 cars would love to see a caution right now. That 89 car was dominating the early part of this race until the caution came out. Now in traffic, we'll see how this car handles with some dirty air. The teammate is following him on the slow side with Gallagher in between them. But as of right now, our two leaders are starting to make up a few positions. King pretty low the pecking order. I expect better things right now from this driver. He's on a bit of a momentum swing upward up to this point. We'll see what happens in the next 15 laps, but we'll have one more couple of stops to go before this one's over, so who knows, something else crazy might happen before this one's said and done. And whoa, 19 car. Wow, what a save. Go back and watch that replay. That 19 car was sideways. The 2 car getting involved. What a save by Brandon Jones. That was incredible. Car kind of backing out there after clipping him. That would have been the caution everyone needed. At the expense of a car nobody cares about. See Soto battling with Murphy here. Murphy in some new colors, I mentioned earlier. Finally getting that Dex Imaging logo all over the car. Cook here with Mass. He's trying to stay above the leaders for now. McLaughlin's still on the high side. Not the position he wants. He's right now in 21st. Might be a little lower at this line. I meant that as he's not one of the player cars, so if he crashes out at everyone else's expense to get back on the lead lap, then who cares? Things are starting to sort themselves out at the front. 82 still leading. Gap has shrunk a little bit between him and the 89. Gallagher holding her own. On Marks. Still doing very well in the top 10. Despite getting put down consistently by team owner Dave Grubb. Fresh off the press. The two motors looking to make a little bit of a driver lineup change. No firings, just promoting and demoting some drivers. Depending on the results of next week's race, I assume. See how that works out for them. Where is that 26 car? Was King. Nicholas is in 12th. Second place, Jarvie in 10th, so pretty much stay the same at the top of the charts. Atkinson looking to get a little bit of momentum back. Was there damage on the side of that car? Oh. I think that 48 car has a bit of side damage. Not sure what from. Potentially a little contact in the pit stall. The side of that car is scraped up. Might have clipped the wall as well, not sure. Like Flow Cars announcing a driver swap as well. This one might be the last for McLaughlin in the Xfinity series. Not sure if they're gonna swap around some drivers here and there, but I'm not happy with the performance of that 81 car. McLaughlin right now shown in 25th. We got an eye on our first and second place car here. Hope Torres and Vince Curtis have a pretty easy race. Looks like the 82 has gained about 7 seconds on our leaders, but that at this rate will not be enough to even come close. Threaten for the win or the lead. Let's see Alfred Soto bringing out that first caution with Sophie Gallagher. But they're going to have some questions that need to be answered by their owners at the end of this one, causing 38 cars to all pretty much lose a lap. So they'll be getting some nasty texts from their peers during the next week. Matt Moss potentially making one of his final Xfinity starts on the season. Now I've been talking with Matt last little while. He feels like his performance has been not up to par, especially considering how dominant he was last season with his truck program, and now that they put in so much funding toward their truck program to be so competitive, he wants to win. Similar to John Hunter Nemechek, you know, you just sometimes you gotta go one step backwards to go 2 steps forward, and just wants to race and he wants to be competitive, and he's not doing that this season. Expect him to do very well if he moves back down to the trucks with those strong trucks. I wouldn't be surprised if he walked away with at least 2 wins before the season's over in those 7 playoff races. Let's see some cars coming down pit road. I think that was just a regular car, but we got some of our higher lead lap cars coming down pit road now, led by Kyle Simpson. A whole gaggle of cars now coming down. This would be an optimal time for caution for some of the guys that are staying out longer. Like our 2 leaders are on pit road as well. Keep an eye on this 24 car. You can see some of the second group of cars come down pit road now for their final pit stop. It's going to be very close for these guys to make it or not. I think they should be okay. 24 is done his service. Let's see if we can catch up with the 82. Staying out another lap. Well, I guess that makes sense. These guys kind of pit 2 laps after everyone else, so it does make sense that they would still be out for 1 more lap, but I think they should come down this time by. See how the overcut does for the 82, the 13, and it looks like the 9 as well. Staying out 2 laps longer than our actual leader. They're still not up front. Go 82 down pit road. This will be the last group of cars to make their stop. 48 there coming down. Looks like the 13 stayed out another lap. I'm a little shocked to see that. Guess we'll have one more car come down pit road. And see on your left hand side there, turn 4. Mark's gonna cause a caution by staying out so long. We'll see what happens. 82 was the leader, or leading this pack, I should say third place before this round of pit stops. You can see them coming off of turn 4 now, the rest of the pack. Let's see, it's like Lane is in a field of his own there. Coming off the turn 2 service road. He's going to clear the 24 easily. Let's see where our boy Marks is. Looks like he made it to pit road. Okay. This could be a huge advantage. It would appear the overcut is the way to go right now, so maybe Marks can overcut the Caleb Lane and get third. Them coming off of turn 4 now. This is underway. Long service road. Takes a while to get up to speed. You're not fully up to speed until you enter turn 3. But the overcut is working a treat right now. Marks is coming off of turn 2 now. And you just saw Caleb Lane, and it looks like Marks is going to come out in third with the power move, staying out an extra 3 laps over that 24 car. He was well behind the 24. Now you can see he is greatly ahead of them. Great strategy call for the 13 team. You love to see it. Somebody who just gets shit on by their owner doing something like this just makes them, you know, swallow their tongue a little bit. Dave Grubb, the first one to admit his mistakes. You can see things are very strung out now after this, this final round of green flag stops. 12 laps to go. Let's take a look at to see where our leaders are. And the one car is trailing. Hope Torres slowly making her way up the field. I don't see... Oh, there. I passed her already. Right here, Hope Torres not making any brown roads since the pit stops began. And the 13 car and friends have made up about 16 seconds since the restart. So you can see how far behind these guys are. This is probably one of the longest tracks we're going to do all season. At least points tracks. See the 82 starting to catch now, the 13. Like I said before, the draft is a pretty big factor here, so that 82 looks to be within the draft of... Ooh. And I see smoke. Usually where there's smoke, there is some damage there for the 2, but no caution. What happened with Freddie John? He seems to be involved in a whole bunch of stuff today. Front end is all banged up. And looks like Carpentier was just trying to get on his low side, and I guess the spotter didn't announce it and flips the wall at a decent speed. And the fact that that did bring out a caution is not good for everyone else. Oh, it did bring out. Okay. But we're on lap 40. Where was I? I honestly, I am asleep at the wheel. I thought we were doing 50 laps. My bad. That's gonna end this one. How anticlimactic was that? That's gonna be 2 races today, ending under caution. Oof. My bad, guys. Hope Torres is gonna be the 9th different winner on the season. She locks her way in the playoffs. Yeah, that was a poop emoji for sure. Bad commentating, and I honestly, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was thinking we were going to lap 50. Not used to 40 lap races, but too little too late for the rest of the field. I thought we were gonna have ourselves a quite the finish if things went back under green. Oh, that's unfortunate. But congratulations to Hope Torres and VRM for another win. It's your 2nd win on the season for this team. Now both cars have a win. Vince Curtis obviously finishing an uncontested 2nd. Ron Marks with the excellent pit call to hit a couple laps later, being 3rd. Amy Watts, a strong finish in 4th. Kyle Simpson, our pole sitter, finishing 5th. Matthew Price making a small dent in his point gap to 32nd, is now, or finished 6th. Richie McDonald, another strong finish in 7th. Point leader Nicholas King in 8th. Alex Jarvie 2nd place in points, finishing 9th. And Andrew Anderson getting the last top 10 spot. Through the rest of the field here. Might be the last we see of McLaughlin at 26th spot. Disappointing finish there, but like Allgaier lost a header, didn't even catch that. 84 losing a lap, and Freddie John obviously well off the pace, lost a lap there, causing that caution. Wayne King 36. That's a bad finish. The owner will be disappointed for sure with that result. Looks like we have a mutiny on our hands with the rest of the gang all going to VRM and Winter Air pit stalls to put a beat down on those guys for making the right strategy call and passing the pace car and not getting black flag for it. So anyways, can't say I was too thrilled with that one, but I thought the racing product was pretty cool. Just unfortunate with that that little glitch there that caused it to be a 2-horse race, but you know, can't have it all. So that's 2 bad races in a row. That means we're primed for some action at Daytona when we go back. Gonna be fun to see those guys back there. I think we're all expecting a good result. I think everyone kind of needs a good result out of Daytona, and maybe we can go for 10 different drivers in a row in Xfinity. That'll be kind of cool to see. Definitely unheard of. But got some gossip happening in the chat here. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I keep saying this, but I'm getting super busy, so I will try my best to keep this going. Very busy for MOT right now. We got the playoffs happening in the online league, and we're gonna have playoffs in offline shortly, so lots going on, plus my real life stuff too, which kind of takes priority, unfortunately for you guys. But nice to see some new people still joining. We got Lucas Montoya joining the truck series, so hopefully he can make a nice impression there. And we'll see you all for Daytona, hopefully next week sometime. You know, at the very latest, Tuesdays are my best day, but we'll see how things go. I'll keep you guys updated. But for now, we'll get everything updated for you guys, and I'll see you at the next one. Hope you all enjoyed.